Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 8th day of May, 2024. I hope you're all safe and healthy on this Wednesday, that your family is also safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are saving lives. Those also who pick up garbage, keep our places clean, and those also that make deliveries for our convenience, and double blessings upon the men and women out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution and child prostitution, human trafficking and sex slavery. Double curses upon the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that create these industries. Finally, double blessings upon the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America, families and veterans included, and millions of people around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There's going to be a basketball game tonight. The New York Knicks are scheduled to play against the second game two of the semifinals of the Eastern Conference against the Indiana Pacers. Couple things. Last night, Oklahoma City thoroughly destroyed the Dallas Mavericks. And it's not just because it's game one. I think Oklahoma City, it was between Oklahoma City and Minnesota who are going to come out the West. One of them are going to represent the West in the finals. As Minnesota thoroughly has been destroying a really good Denver team. Okay. Last night, the Boston Celtics completely dismantled a Cleveland Cavaliers team without Kristaps Porzingis. They made it look easy last night, very easy. And one of the reasons was, as I watched the game, you know you got Jaylen Brown, you know you got Jason Tatum, you know you got Jrue Holiday, okay, no KP, but daggone Derek White. And I want to say, when I turned the game off, and it was over before the fourth quarter, it was really already over. And when I turned the game off, let me look at it now. When I turned the game off, White had 7 threes. So he ended the game with seven 3-pointers. And some of them were ridiculous. It wasn't because of the distance. Okoro was guarding him, and Okoro was draped all over him. And it was almost like he was shooting like Stephen Curry. Like he didn't have much room, and he was still hitting it. Pulling up off the dribble from three with Okoro on him and hitting. So when you got Brown and you got Tatum and you got him doing that, they're very difficult to beat. They're very difficult to beat. Okay. And then of course Holiday and Al Horford at 37 fits perfectly as a glue piece. Al Horford's a former All-Star. When he played in Atlanta, he was one of the best players in the league, an All-NBA, All-Star type of player. He's not that anymore, but he doesn't have to be. He plays very smart. He's in tremendous physical condition, and he's a perfect glue guy for this type of team when you got four guys that can score. But when you're getting that kind of production from Derek White, you know, when you're trying to guard Tatum and you're trying to guard Brown, and last night Brown had 32, he was ridiculous. Tatum was held to 18, but again, you're dealing with 25 from Derek White. They're going to be tough to beat, but I do like the Knicks' chances against them. Now, that being said, I heard the news, I heard the news about MitchRob. He's missing the rest of the season with the ankle. First of all, let me give kudos to MitchRob, because MitchRob hurt his ankle earlier this past season, had surgery, and was trying his best to get back. And he did. And he, obviously, as we look at it now, he came back too soon. But that shows to me the heart of Mitchell Robinson. It shows his desire to contribute. And let me tell you, before he got hurt earlier this season, he was the best offensive rebounder in basketball. And without his contributions, the Knicks would not be where they are right now. We needed every win that he helped us get while he was healthy. We just need him now to rest and be healthy for the rest of the season. And let me just warn you before I continue today. If you come on my channel speaking anything negative about Mitchell Robinson today, I'm blocking. Period. I'm not having it with Mitch Rob. That's one of my boys. He's a New York Knick, and he's remaining a Knick. Same with Juju. I don't want to hear any stupidity about trades with Julius Randle or Mitchell Robinson. None. Okay? I'm just giving you the warning right up front. So if you know when you get blocked or you get removed, that's the situation. I don't care how many subscribers I have. I'm glad to have 10,000. But if this is a Knicks channel. I'm pro Knicks. So you come in my channel talking anti-Knicks, I don't care if you think you make sense or not, you getting blocked. Okay? Let's move on. Now it's time for Precious Achua. Okay? And some of y'all still calling for Burks bum at the end of the bench bum. I'm glad Burks is on this ride. He deserves it. But please, no. I can hear Jericho Sims a little bit. I can hear that. But let's be real, okay? And stop acting like we don't know what's going to happen. Tibbs is going to go 7 deep. He's going to play Deuce and Precious. They're going to get 30 minutes apiece or more. And he's going to go with them. And he's going to go with the Villanova triplets. And they're going to go. They're going to roll with what they got. Okay? And I don't want to hear all this, they can't win with 7. I got one idiot come on my channel yesterday about, well, you can't win with 7. Stop it. Go back and look at the 1969 and 72 New York Knicks. They played 8 and 7. 40 minutes, 48 minutes. 82 games. Okay? So, yes, we can win with 7. And look here. Against Indiana, I love having Precious in there. Having Precious and OG and Hartenstein as your 3-headed monster going against the big men of Indiana, I love the matchup. Okay? Because some of y'all get hooked up on the hype, 6'11", 7 feet. They're too tall for us. This ain't street ball. This ain't high school where you can get 6'8", 6'9", 7 foot and win in high school against little teeny boppers. This ain't college. This the league. Everybody could ball. And our guys can not only ball, but they tough. And the thing is, let me also rebuke some people coming with this, we need a bench BS. So when Deuce was dropping 25, when we needed him, locking down the opposite best players, when we had 6 guys, we didn't have no bench? See, think about this, Knicks Nation, before people start tripping and telling us what we need. Our bench, when Julius Randle comes back, and he's going to come back, when he comes back, our bench is going to be Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, and Precious Achua. That's our real bench when we're healthy. We just haven't been healthy this year. But that's our bench. And we as good as Indiana or anybody else. Let me bring this up too. See, people like to stay in theory to create arguments that make no sense when you're looking at reality. Here's the reality. Indiana is the #1 bench scoring team in the NBA. They're also the #1 assist team in the NBA. They move the ball and score off the bench better than anybody. So against the Knicks in game 1, they had 45, 46 points off the bench. They had 32 assists. Okay? They shot the lights out. They had 6, 7 players in double figures. And they lost. Let me say that again. They had 32 assists. They had 46 points off their bench. They had 7 guys in double figures. And they lost. And no, it wasn't because of the ref. They lost. Okay? So I don't want to hear all this, we need bench crap. You win chips with defense. Nobody does it better than Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. That's number 1. Number 2, Precious, if you've been watching Precious, if you paid any attention at all, he is Charles Oakley 2.0, like I've been telling y'all. But he takes a little time sometimes to get unraveled, get back in the flow, because he ain't been playing. Take him maybe a game, maybe a half. But Precious is going to be there. Okay, I'm very confident in Precious Achua. And this is the thing, Knicks Nation. Don't let media and idiots dictate how you feel about your team. We got a squad. We've been had a squad. Top-rated defense. 2nd in the East in point differential. Top-rated offense. All-NBA player in Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart and Devo, clutch. And Precious and Deuce been coming through when we need them to come through. And they always bring their lunch pail, which means defense is always there. So tonight, they're playing Indiana. Indiana's going to be really desperate to try to get a split in New York because they're very confident about winning in Indiana. So if you're looking at it from the Pacers standpoint, if they can get a split in New York and they haven't lost in the playoffs at home yet, they can beat the Knicks. That's where they're thinking. Okay? So they're going to be desperate to get this win tonight. But you know what the Knicks do? Whenever a player is down, they close ranks and band together. They don't fall apart like some fans do. They close ranks and band together. Okay, so MitchRob being out, that's gonna cause them to get tight together. It's gonna cause them to be ready to rock and roll. And I'm looking forward to seeing Precious and Deuce do work. Okay, what y'all don't understand is, man, some of y'all, is that if you got to call upon Jericho Sims and Burks right now, they ain't been playing. They're not going to really be able to help you. This is the NBA playoffs. This is the league. This is the highest level, the highest intensity. They might be able to help for 5 minutes, but they ain't going to pull a game. This ain't Robbie Benson and Hoosiers. You got to be ready to play. The Knicks got their team. Tom knows who he trusts with the minutes. And it's going to be the 5 starters with Precious and Deuce. You might get some Jericho Sims. Okay, you might get some Jericho Sims. But don't depend on Jericho Sims or Alec Burks. This ain't Alec Burks when the Knicks won 37 games and he was a starting point guard. This ain't the same guy. So stop calling for him. It's not going to work. Okay? Not. Deuce can play, as we have already seen. He could play more than 48 minutes if he need to in a game. He's ready. Okay? And we already seen Hart, Devo, they can play more than 40 minutes if they need to. We ready. Yes, we would like to have Mitchell Robinson, but we don't. And the Knicks understand it. And they're going to be ready for war tonight. And so, if they can get this win tonight, we're in good position to go to Indiana and then pluck one of them. Okay? So, tonight's a big game. Tonight's a big game. But I'll express full confidence in Precious Achiuwa. Full confidence in Deuce McBride. And, of course, full confidence in the starters that we have. The Knicks have gotten to this point missing Jew, Mitch, and MitchRob for most of the season. They've gotten to this point. Okay? They need their fans, their real fans, to step up and believe in them. All these fake fly-by-night people that's always negative, like I said, I come on my channel because I can't wait to delete y'all. I need to purge idiots from my channel. And so bring it and let me purge you. But y'all who are the real, y'all who are down, y'all who the ace booms, we're going to be behind our squad. And our squad going to fight today. Indiana got a problem. Y'all enjoy the game. Enjoy Wednesday. Be safe out there. Shalom.